Spring or summer, this top is just right for you. So stay tuned. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is Gloria, Gigi the Crochet Queen, and I wanted to work on making a top with the bra cups that we just completed. And if you didn't see my previous video making these bra cups, I will link it to this video. So these are the bra cups and we're going to attach them. Again, I am using the G hook and also I'm still using the Caron Simply Soft yarn in cool green, and this is a 4 medium weight yarn. So let's put the cups together. So you want to take your cup and hopefully you didn't tie off on the second cup. Now you want to chain 2. Let's go out of there. Okay, let's chain 2. And we're going to turn our work. And we're going to work half double crochets all the way around to the other end of this bra cup. So to do a half double crochet, and remember that chain 2 does not count. You want to yarn over, go into your stitch, pull up the yarn, pull through, yarn over, and pull through all 3 stitches on your hook. Yarn over, go into the stitch, pull up your yarn, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 stitches. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 stitches. That's a half double crochet. So we're going to do that all the way across, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, I am at my last half double crochet, and if I did not mention, you will also need a pair of scissors and a yarn needle for this project. So on the last half double crochet, you want to connect your 2 cups. So you want to start your half double crochet, pull up a loop, pick up your second one, go into that half double crochet, grab your yarn, pull through 2, and pull through all 3. So you have your half double crochet together. And other people probably do it a different way, but that's how I do it. And you want to continue to do your half double crochets all the way across until you get to the end. And I will meet you at the end of the second cup. And I am crocheting over my tail. One less tail to have to weave in. So I'll meet you at the end of the second cup. Okay, I am at my last half double crochet, and I counted them. So I have a total of 81 half double crochets from one bra cup side to the other bra cup, and that one together So that makes 81. So what you want to do now is chain 2, turn your work, and remember that chain 2 does not count as a stitch, and you want to do half double crochets all the way across, and you just want to keep doing rows and rows of half double crochets until you get it to the length that you want. You want to determine how long you want the top to be, and then how many rows of the shell stitching that we'll be doing also. So I am going to do probably maybe 15 rows, but I'm not sure right now. I'm just going to work on this, and then when I finish my rows, I will come back and let you know how many rows I did. So I will meet you at the end of the total number of rows I want to complete before I do the shell stitch. Okay, so I have done a total of 24 half double crochet rows, and that equals 8.5 inches from the top to the bottom is 8.5 inches. So you can see it is 8.5 inches. If you can't see that, it's 8.5 inches. So this is what our work looks like. So you can go longer or shorter, but this is the length that I want. Now the next part we're going to be making is a row of box stitches. So what you want to do is chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, turn your work, I'm almost out of yarn on this one skein, and you want to skip a stitch and go into the next one. You do a double crochet, chain 1, skip the next stitch, double crochet, chain 1, skip the next, double crochet, chain 1, and you repeat that all the way across until you get to the end, and I will meet you at the end. And just so you know, I have stitch markers because I was trying to keep track of how many rows I had finished. So that's what's on the end of my rows. So you just keep going on with double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, all the way across, and I'll meet you at the end. So I am at the end of my row. So I've done my chain 1. I'm going to do a double crochet into that last stitch. And what you'll need is to have multiples of 8. And I have 81 stitches. So in order for me to have multiple of 8, I'm going to have to decrease by 1, so I'm going to have to crochet 2 stitches together. So this next row will be all double crochets, and you'll be going into the chain 1 spaces, double crochet into each double crochet in each chain 1 space. So if you don't have a multiple of 8 now, you need to do your calculations to figure out a multiple of 8. So as I said, I have 81, so I'm going to have to do 2 double crochets together to give me 80, and that will be my multiple of 8. So I'm going to chain 3, turn your work, and that chain 3 does not count as a stitch, so you want to do a double crochet into that double crochet into that chain 1, double crochet into the double crochet, and double crochet into the chain 1. And you want to do that all the way across, and I will meet you in the middle of my top and show you how I do my double crochet 2 together. So I'm at the middle of my top, and I'm going to do these next 2 stitches together. So these are going to be a double crochet together. So you start your double crochet, you pull through 2, go into your next stitch, yarn over, grab the stitch, grab your yarn, pull through 2, pull through the 3 that are on, and that is a double crochet together. And that will decrease my number by 1 so that I will have my multiples of 8 so that we can go on to the shell stitch. And so when you look at it, it doesn't look too off. Doesn't look too off from the rest. All right, so I will meet you at the end of this row of double crochets, and then we will start the shell stitch. Okay, now I am at my last stitch, which will be in that chain 3 of that turning stitch. And I counted to make sure I had my 80. And you want to chain 3 and turn your work. And let me see if I can show you what it looks like. So that's the bralette. And you go down. You see the box stitches and the row of double crochets. Now this is where we start the shell stitch. So you chain 3 and you want to skip 3 stitches and go into the 4th stitch, and you want to do 2 double crochets, chain 1, and do 2 more double crochets in that same stitch. And that is your shell stitch. And you want to chain 2, skip 3 stitches, go into that 4th one, and do a single crochet. Do single crochet, chain 2, skip 3, 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets into the same stitch, and that will be your shell stitch. Downside to simply Caron is that it will split on you. Chain 1, 2 double crochets, chain 2, skip 3, single crochet, chain 2, shell stitch, skip 3, and do a shell stitch in the next one. So you repeat that all the way until you get to the end, and I will meet you at the end of this first row of shell stitches and single crochets. I just finished my last shell, so chain 2 and do a single crochet in the top of that chain 3. And this is what your work should look like. You see the shells. Okay, we will consider that row 1 since we're doing a different type of stitch. And now we're going to row 2, and we want to chain 4. Turn your work. And you want to do a double crochet into that single crochet. Double crochet into the single crochet, and you want to chain 2 and do a single crochet in the chain 1 space of your shell, chain 2, and then in your single crochet you want to do an open shell, which is 1 double crochet, chain 3, and a double crochet in that same space, chain 2, single crochet into your shell, chain 2, open shell in your single crochet. So that's double crochet, chain 3, double crochet in the same single crochet space, chain 2, and single crochet in the shell stitch. And that is what you should have. So you want to continue that pattern across. So we did the single crochet. You want to chain 2 and do an open shell into that single crochet, chain 3, and double crochet. So the next stitch is chain 2, single crochet in this chain 1 space, chain 2, open shell into the single crochet. So on row 2 of this is the open shell row. Again, you want to chain 2, do a single crochet into your shell stitch, chain 2, and do an open shell into your single crochet space, and that is a double crochet, chain 3, double crochet into your single crochet. And you want to continue this pattern to the end, and I will meet you at the end. Okay, so I am at the end, and I just did my chain 2, and we're going to end with an open shell into that top of the chain 3. Chain 3 and another double crochet. And that is the end of row 2. And this is what your work should look like. So now we're going on to row 3, and you want to chain 1, turn your work, and you want to do a single crochet into that, double crochet, you want to chain 2, and you want to do a shell into that single crochet, and the shell again is 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, chain 2, and do a single crochet into your open shell, excuse me, chain 2, shell stitch into the single crochet, and you repeat that across, not this yarn, shell stitch, 2 double crochets, oh, still hooked, chain 1 and 2 double crochets, chain 2, single crochet, chain 2, shell stitch into your single crochet, and continue to repeat that across, and I will meet you at the end. Okay, I just finished my last shell, and you want to chain 2 and do a single crochet in the top of that double crochet at the end. And this is what your work should look like. So you have your first set of shells, then you have your open shell, then you're back to your shell stitches again. So you want to repeat row 2 and 3 over as many times as you'd like, and you should end on row 3, and this is row 3 that we just finished, and those are the open shells. So you can repeat row 2, which is the open shell, and row 3, which is the shell. So continue on to row 2 again, and again row 2, you will chain 4, chain 4, turn your work, and you want to do a double crochet into that single crochet that you made, and chain 2 and do a single crochet into that shell stitch, chain 2, do an open shell into your single crochet. Open shell is double crochet, chain 3, double crochet, chain 2, and a single crochet into your shell. So continue that pattern, rows 2 and 3, for as long as you would like it, and I'm going to make a few more rows, and I will come back when I am finished. Okay, I am at my last shell, and I chain 2. I just finished my last shell and did my chain 2 and do a single crochet into that third chain on the row. Now we're going to do the side, and this is what your work. I only did a set of 1 row. So I did the 1 set and then I just finished it on my 3rd row. Because my top is longer, I didn't do a lot of the decorative part of it. So now we're going to start on the side of the, so you want to chain, excuse me, chain 3, and you want to do 2 double crochets into that space. And you want to go across as evenly as possible and continue to do double crochets. You put 2 double crochets in your chain spaces and then 1 double crochet into your next space, into that single crochet, and then 2 double crochets into your double crochets space. And you want to go, I put a stitch marker where I want to go, and that's pretty much at the bottom of my bra cup because I want to have more support. You can go lower, you can just do it on the edging, and then when you do, if you have a smaller bra cup, then you probably did less rows, so you have, maybe you did more decorative, but you want to, this is going to be the back portion of your top, so you want to determine if you wanted to have it fully closed, or if you want to do a corset, or if you just want to, you can also just do this any kind of way you want to do it, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it for me. So again, I'm just going to continue to do double crochets all the way across until I get to my stitch marker, and then however many double crochets you do on this side, you need to keep count of it because you need to do the same amount on the other side. So I will meet you when I get to my stitch marker. So I am at my stitch marker. Okay, I am at the end. This is my last double crochet, and I have a total of 44 double crochets on this side, so I need to write that number down. You want to chain 3, turn your work, and you want to continue with your double crochets all the way down. You want to go back and forth until you have enough rows to cover your back. However, if you want to do full coverage, then you need to have enough rows to cover half your back. And if you want to do more of a corset, then you probably want to do a quarter of the half of your back for the corset. However long you want to make it. I'm going to do probably 14 rows, and I will see how that looks, and I will come back at my 14th row. Okay, I am on my last double crochet, and I've completed 14 rows for my back, and let me just show you what that looks like. So this is going to go around my back. So you see that's the bottom portion. And then come down and you have the bra top. Now I'm going to make the loops for the corset style. Let me turn this back around. And you want to chain 5. Right. Chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you want to turn your work. And you want to skip 2 stitches and do a double crochet into the next double crochet and a double crochet into the next double crochet. Chain 2, and you want to skip 2 double crochets, double crochet into the next double crochet and the next double crochet. Chain 2, skip 2, double crochet in the next 2 double crochets. And you want to repeat that all the way down. And this will be, sorry, no chain 1, double crochet, double crochet, chain 2, skip 2, double crochet into the next stitch, chain 2, skip 2, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet in the next, chain 2, double crochet, chain 2, skip 2, double crochet, chain 2, skip 2, double crochet in the next, double crochet in the next, chain 2, skip 2, double crochet in the next 2, chain 2, and single crochet, a double crochet in that last double crochet. And those will be your loops for your corset. So you want to fasten off. And you want to do the same on the other side. And that will be for your back panel. So you want to start on the other side. Again, I have my stitch marker. I'm going to be starting down at this end. I don't know what happened. I'll be starting down on this end to do my back. And again, it's double crochets all the way across. Mine is 44. Yours may be some other number, but you want to make evenly across as far as you want to go, either to your bra or to the half of your top, however long your top is. And then you want to make enough rows to go around your back. And if you want to make it shorter or longer, depends on what you want to do. But I'll meet you at the end of the second back panel, and then we'll go on to do the straps. All right, I just wanted to come back on to show you how I join my yarn to start this side. Some people tie theirs. I just do a slip knot and tie it down tight and chain 3. And I'm going to do 2 double crochets in that space. And go into the next space and then do 2 double crochets. And I'm crocheting over my tail so that I don't have to weave it in at the end. And I like to pull it to make sure that it's not bunched up somewhere. So again, just continue to do your double crochets down, I should say up the side until you get to the number that you have on the other side, and I will meet you at my stitch marker. No, I will meet you when you finish this side with the corset loops. Okay, so I have finished both of my sides. And this is what they look like. And here is the other side. So that's what it looks like. And I measured it from side to side, and it's 37 inches. So mine will probably be, I'll just use those as a decorative area to put my ties in. And I'll turn it over. You can see the brock and then the bottom part. So now it's time to do the straps. Now for your corset, if you're doing a corset, you can chain one long enough for however long you want it to be to go into your holes. So for the straps, and this is the last part of this top, and we will be finished. Well, we have to put it all together to see how the straps go. So on your bra cup, you want to count down. Let me see. Now we're going to start the straps, and you want to count down 3 stitches. And you go into that 3rd stitch from the top. Yes, that's 3 stitches. And want to connect your yarn however you do it. This is how I do it. And I just chain over, pull it tight, and we're going to chain 3. And in that top stitch, I want to do a single crochet, chain 3, and you want to go down to the 2nd stitch and chain, do a single crochet there, chain 3, turn your work. You want to do a single crochet in that chain 3, chain 3, do a single crochet in the next chain space, chain 3, turn your work, and do a single crochet in this chain 3 space, chain 3, do another single crochet into that chain 3 space, chain 3, turn your work, single crochet into the chain 3 space, chain 3, single crochet into the chain 3 space. And you want to repeat that over and over again until you get your strap as long as you want it. And if you don't want to do it, do this method, do whatever strap strap that you know how to do, whatever makes you comfortable. So I am going to do this strap for, I don't know right now how long it'll be, but when I finish it, I'll come back and let you know. So keep going, making your strap either this way or whatever way you want to make it. And I'll meet you when I finish my strap. Okay, everybody, I have finished my straps, and I crisscross my straps so that I like a crisscross strap, and I attach them there at the top of the back, and that's where I attach them, and I used my yarn needle to sew them on. And I crocheted, I did a chain stitch of 150, and I weaved them in to the back to give me that corset look. And this is what it looks like on the front. That's the bottom. And the top. Sorry, my table is not big enough and I can't zoom out. So that is the finished top. So I hope that you make this top, and I would love to see it. If you'd like to join my Facebook group at Gigi the Crochet Queen on Facebook, and also you can email me at gigithecrochetqueen@gmail.com. Let me know how this works out for you, and I will show you what it looks like on me. Stay tuned. That is the finished product. So I hope that you like this. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe, like, and comment on this video. Until the next time, keep crocheting. Bye-bye.